Hi guys, Ross here again, and in today's video we'll make a comparison between EMUI 11 and OneUi 3. Which is best? You will make your decision at the end of the video. Let's start! In today's video I will include more of a daily usage things like the apps that you face every day when you are using your phone. It is just my usage, so it's a kind of personal preference, but I think most of people has the same usage habits. This phone is using EMUI 11, latest version on it, and this phone is using OneUi 3. Major difference between the two phones is this one still using Android 10 and Samsung device is using Android 11. Now both devices are returned off screen. Let's double tap the screen, and both devices has that feature to double tap the screen to turn it on. We have here basic things like clock and date. Here on the OneUi is the same, and here we have two shortcuts. One is for the camera and one is for the dialer, and here on the EMUI 11 we have only a camera shortcut. So both phones basically has the same feature. In Samsung it's called dynamic wallpapers. Basically every time you turn on the screen you will receive a different wallpaper. You can choose from different styles, landscapes, nature. Every time you turn on the screen you will receive different wallpaper, and if you grab your screen from the edge and swipe, you can see you can swipe between different wallpapers here on the Samsung phone. And here on Huawei phone, if you grab from the edge, it's basically the same. You can swipe from different wallpapers. Both phones has the same feature. If we swipe up, you can see the phone is asking for your pin or pattern. If we swipe down, it's the same. The phone is just asking for your lock screen. Let's tap on the clock. You can see here on Huawei nothing happens, and here we receive some kind of widgets here on the lock screen of our phone, which is very useful for someone. I never use this. And let's unlock our phones using a fingerprint. You can see the time to unlock the screens is almost the same on both phones. Let's do it again. Turn off the screen and just try it from the screen, turn it off. A little bit quicker on Huawei phone. Okay, let's try it on the lock screen. Almost the same, guys. Maybe Huawei is a little bit quicker, but I think in daily usage it's not so important. Here we are now on the home screen of our phones. Let's check what we have here. You can see a little bit difference in the widgets for weather and clock on both phones. Obvious difference is the icons. They are a little bit rounded here on the Samsung phone and a little bit squarish here on the Huawei phone. Maybe EMUI 11 it's a little bit closer to iOS. Again, it's a personal preference. You can see the icons, the layout here, and here if we swipe up we have an up drawer. Just let's do this, and here it's an endless scrolling here on Huawei EMUI, and here on the Samsung you are scrolling on the right to check all your applications. But in Huawei you just scroll up and down like most of Android phones. Let's just pinch to zoom in our home screen. We are now on the home screen panels of our phones. You can see here what we have, how you can reorder. It's guys, it's just basically the same. You can enable or disable Samsung Daily from here, and on Huawei phone this option is not here. Huawei Assistant is on your left side. It can be enabled or disabled from a different place. Here we have wallpapers to change, widgets, it's the same, just they are replaced. Transition effect here, we missed that on Samsung, and we have here a shortcut to our themes. Also we have settings for our home screens. Let's tap on both of them, and here on the Huawei we have a layout to change, 5x5, 4x5 and so on. We can lock the layout, auto align the icons and remove the empty spaces from the home screen, and Huawei Assistant today. We'll check that in a minute. And here on the Samsung you can see we have a lot more options. Home screen layout again, home and tab screens. You can select to have an app drawer or not. We have also that option in Huawei phones, but it's in different place. If you are going to settings, you have here home screen and wallpaper. You have here home screen style. And now you can select to have a drawer or not, or just to place all the apps on the home screen like on the iPhones. Here on the Samsung, I think this shortcut is a little bit easier to use because you are not going to your settings and not do all the things, just it's a shortcut on your home screen settings. Again, home screen grid, app screen grid, you can see here you can change a different grids for a home screen and app drawer. You can lock here the layout. You have the option to add all the new applications which you are downloading on your home screen. You can hide the apps, app icon badges. You have also that option here, but again it's on different place. And this is the most important thing which I miss on Huawei phones, and this is swipe down for notification panel. This is very important for me because every time when I do this on Samsung, you can see a notification panel is going down, and here on Huawei phone, if I do this, nothing happens, just the search. And this is very important for me because, guys, you know, if you want to check your notifications, you need to stretch your finger to swipe it down and check all the notifications. That's a feature which I miss a lot on every Huawei phone, and I hope in their future updates they will include it in EMUI or Harmony OS or whatever they will call it. What we have here again, rotate to landscape mode. That's something again we are missing here on EMUI. Let's go on the home screen, and here you can see you can rotate the home screen of your phone. Here on Huawei phone, that feature is missing and home screen can't be rotating. That's something like on tablet mode on your phone, but here it's missing. Personally, this is something I never use on my phone, but it's there, you can use it. Of course, as most of the Android phones, you can make folders here. You can see here on Huawei phone what the folder looks like, and here on the Samsung phone it's almost the same. You have more options here on the Samsung phone. When you open the folder, you can just tap here on this upper right corner and you can check the color of the folder. You can make it transparent like now, or you can make it just, for example, green, and you can see it's green now. If you tap again on that dot and select this multicolor option, you can see how many options we have here. You can change here the transparency and so on and so on. So again, we have more options here on Samsung phone. Here on EMUI we miss that options. Notification panel. Let's just swipe down and you can see what's the difference here. The whole background in the Samsung phone is changing the color with your default theme, and here we have just the top part of the screen. It's different. If you swipe down again, you will see all your icons, and if you swipe again here, you can see we have again different options. You have a clock, a bigger clock. You have here devices, media, calls and so on for both SIM cards, mobile data, and if you start swiping, you can see all your icons here. Here, that's what you receive, and of course you can tap here on the button and reorder the widget. Here again we have a shortcut for the settings. Here we have it again, but of course we have here more options again for editing, for a status bar. Let's tap on it. You can see show notification icons on the status bar. Here on Huawei we need to go settings, display and brightness, more display settings, and you have here some settings for a status bar, display carrier name and display network speed. That's what you have here, and you have here on Samsung a lot more options again. You can select how many notifications to show here. You can select all, just 3, number, or whatever you want. Notification history, this is very important. If you enable it, you will receive the history of all your notifications, which is again slightly advantage for OneUi 3. Let's check also a status bar. Here you can see on Huawei phones on your left side is your carrier, signal bars, bars for Wi-Fi, and on the right side you have all the other options like battery, clock. Here on the Samsung it's slightly different. Again, this is because here the cutout is a lot more bigger and it's on the left side, and here we have a centered one, and on your left side we have a clock, and on your right side you have a mobile network, Wi-Fi network, battery, and so on. Guys, let's check how the notifications are look like on both phones. What's the difference between them? I have a Gmail notification for both phones. You can see the icon here, it's a Gmail icon, and here it's also a Gmail icon. Let's swipe down. It's a little bit stretched. If you want to read something on your email, you should tap here on the arrow for a Samsung device, and you have the same options. It's coming from Gmail to archive the email and reply the email. And let's enable dark mode so we can see the difference in notifications in dark mode. Okay, let's swipe up and you can see the notifications are changing. Here it's going dark and here it's going dark again. Personally, I don't like the notifications on both phones. I just prefer the stock Android ones. For me, they are the best. Now let's go to settings and check what's the difference there. Here on Huawei we have complete dark mode, everything is dark. Just the gaps here are maybe a little bit grayish, and here on Samsung it's reversed. The background is completely black and here the toggles are a little bit grayish. That's what the settings look like on both phones. Here you can see on a top left corner it's written settings with the big letters, and here it's centered, again written settings, and all the settings are moved down to the screen. That's what Samsung are start doing with OneUi 2. They move all the settings down to the phone to be easier to reach with one hand. There is a connection panel on Samsung phone and all the connection options are here. Here on the settings of EMUI, they are up on a different panel which is a little bit stretched, and most the options are out on the main settings, which I think is better because you can find your settings a lot more quicker than on Samsung. Here you just skip one tap. Your options are here. For example, if you want Wi-Fi, just tap here and here are all the Wi-Fi networks. And here if you tap on connections, after that you need to tap Wi-Fi. Here you have biometrics and password. Here it's biometrics and security. Basically guys, it's the same, just everything is reordered on both devices, but anyone will take the idea because it's Android, it's very close to each other. Something that I missed to show you is the volume rocker menu. If you are going to our home screen and if we tap here on the volume rocker, you can see what happened here. If we tap on Huawei and you have a settings toggle, tap here and you are now in the sounds and vibration menu of your phone. If you tap on a volume rocker here and tap on three dots, you can see this is Android 11 volume rocker menu, and again if you tap here it's something like quick panel. If we tap on the setting, of course you are going to the settings of your volume. On the home screen, something I want to show you. If you swipe like this, you can see what's the difference here. This is Huawei Assistant Today and this is Samsung Daily. And you can put here different cards with different preferences. Here you have a Spotify, you have a Flipboard and other things. Let's go to settings and check what our battery stats are looking. If you are on settings, just a tap for a battery on Huawei phone, and here on the Samsung, if you tap a battery, again you have a whole device care menu, which you have a storage, memory, device protection. If you tap here battery, and you will receive your battery graph here. If you swipe down on the EMUI 11, you will receive your battery consumption details, screen on time today. I think it's more cleaner here, it's easier to reach what you need. Here usage statistic is a little bit different. There is a battery use. If you tap here, there is an estimate usage. Of course, this statistic is a lot more detailed, since last full charge, screen on time, last 7 days and so on, but I think it's a little bit confusing here because too many options are confusing. Here it's cleaner: screen on time, battery level and battery statistics. And you have here a battery usage details, hardware, software. It's a lot more cleaner. And guys, these phones are using AMOLED screens, so both of them has always on displays or AOD. Now here on the Samsung, if you are going to settings, lock screen, you will find always on display. If you tap on it, and there are all the options that you have. Here on the Huawei EMUI 11, if you are going to settings, home screen and wallpapers, and you have a tap always on display. If you tap it, you can enable it here, and here on the Samsung again it's toggle to enable it, and you have a tap to show for 10 seconds. If you just tap your screen, and always on display will just show for 10 seconds. Show always, show a schedule, and you can make a schedule when the always on display is on or off. Show always, and here you have display mode schedule. If you tap here, you have again the same options. Tap to show, scheduled all day. Let's enable all day. If you tap here on display style, you can see all the things that you can do with your always on displays. You can see a lot of them are here pre-installed. And if you tap my AODs, it will open your AODs which are in my Teams application, and you can purchase a new ones, and there is a download history. Of course I don't have ones. And here on the Samsung, if you tap here on that image button, you have here to choose from gallery, or you can choose from Teams. If you tap here, you can see you have a toggle AODs, and here you can select. Most of them of course are paid. You can select the AOD which you want. Again, let's select some of them. I will enable this color, and that's it. Let's go here. I will just select one simple clock, for example this one, and you can see it's opening different options. I think here it's more customizable, and you can just apply it. Let's turn off the screens of our phones. And that's how the AODs is looking on both phones. Of course they are moving to protect your phone display from burning effect. Again guys, let's check the difference in animations for the both phones. If you are opening the dialer, you can see how the application is opening, and let's close it to check how it closes. And again, I think in OneUI the animations are pushed a little bit more. Let's again open a folder and see how it's open. You can see it's down here opening with more animation. Again, open and close. You can see difference in animations for both phones. You have here a transition effects, and here on the OneUI you miss that option, and you can see how it look like on EMUI. Now I will just show how charging animation looks like on both phones. I will use stock chargers. Let's first plug in Huawei phone. You can see very beautiful animation we have here on our Huawei phone. Let's plug now Samsung phone and see what's the animation there. Okay, it's plugged in, and you can see just a simple circle with your battery. Let's turn off the screens and check how the charging is look. And you see we have here super fast charging and the time until the phone is fully charged. And here you just have a green icon which is showing that your phone is charging now. And that's it, guys. I will leave the conclusion to you. It's a personal decision. Everyone is searching for different things on every phone. Depends on what you are like. More options or sleek design. More options is equal to more choice and more confusion. Of course, here on Samsung One UI 3. And less options is equal to more simplicity in everyday use in EMUI 11. And guys, probably I missed something, but I think these are the important things in everyday usage, so you can just get the idea what's the major difference between the two skins on Android. One is coming from Huawei and the other one is coming from Samsung. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, just don't forget to subscribe and like my videos. Have a nice day.